Okay, what you're going to do is basically, if you look at number 1, okay, m is equal to 8. And if you take 2 times m is greater than or equal to 6, you're going to plug that 8 in for m. So you get 2 times 8 is greater, sorry, oops, that's a mistake, is greater than or equal to 6. 16 is greater than or equal to 6. That is true. So therefore, m is equal to 8 is a solution. So you're going to write solution in for number 1. On number 3, you have x is equal to 2. And you got to plug it in to 1 is less than x minus 5. So when you plug that in right there, you get 1 is less than 2 minus 5, which is negative 3. So 1 is less than negative 3. That is not true, so you're going to write not, oops, sorry about that. You're going to write not a solution. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is number 5. So we've already done number 1 and 3. So here's number 5. Let me go ahead and delete this stuff here. Let me go ahead and X that out. All right. Now the next one on number 5 is this. Let me get a different, let's try this one. All right, on number 5, it's n, oops, and n is equal to 6. And the equation is, or the inequality is 2 times n plus 9 is greater than or equal to 31. Now we're going to plug in that 6 right here. So we're going to get 2, plug it in, put parentheses around it, plus 9 is greater than or equal to 31. Now 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 9 is, we're going to keep going. So this is 21 is greater than or equal to 31. That is not true because 21 is not greater than or equal to 31. So number 5 is not a solution. So n is equal to 6 is not a solution. All right, and finally let's do number 7 together. Let me go ahead and I'm going to put this in black. So this is number 7 right here. So we want h is equal to negative 11. Well, the equation we're going to use is 3h plus 20 is less than or equal to negative 13. So I'm going to plug that in. So 3 times negative 11 plus 20 is less than or equal to negative 13. Well, 3 times negative 11 is negative 33. Bring down your plus 20 is less than or equal to negative 13. Oops, that should be a 13. All right. Now, negative 33 plus 20 is negative 13 is less than or equal to negative 13. Now, in this case, now notice this right here, this inequality, it says less than or equal to. So negative 13 is equal to negative 13. So h equals negative 11 is a, oops, wrong place, is a solution. So number 7 is a solution. Now, I've done 1, 3, 5, 7. You have to do the evens. All right? Now, again, on this one, I'm going to do the odds. You're going to do the evens. So let's look at number 9. Number 9 says Josephine sleeps more than. All right? So she sleeps more than 7. So here's my 7. How do I indicate more than 7? So something has to be more than 7. Well, we need to define a variable. In this case, since we're talking about hours, that's what we're going to do. We're going to let h be more than 7. So h is equal to number of hours. And again, our inequality is the hours are going to be greater than or more than 7. That's number 9. Now let's look at number 11. Sam can spend no more than 75. So no more than 75 is, that means he can't go over 75. So that has to be less than or equal to 75. On school supplies. Now he has to spend $12 on paper and pencils. So that's a must. But now we want to know how much can Sam spend on a graphing calculator. Well, whatever's left over he can spend on a graphing calculator. So that's what we don't know. So I know I'm going to pay $12 for the paper and pencils plus the price of the calculator. So you know what? We're going to put C for calculator. has to be less than or equal to $75. Now, let's just go ahead and solve it. Now, in this case, we define the variable and we write an inequality for each situation. Well, this is the inequality. We're going to say C is equal to the price of the calculator. So price of calculator. So $12 for the paper and pencils plus the price of the calculator is got to be less than or equal to the $75. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this because I want to solve that. I'm curious to see how much I can spend on the calculator. All right, here we go. So if I have 12 plus C is less than or equal to 75, just like any other equation, I'm going to subtract that $12. So I'm left with C, the price of the calculator, has to be less than or equal to 63. And if you were to buy a calculator, I'm sure you can get it for less than $63 if you shopped well enough. And there you go. You are to do the evens.